Hello and welcome back to Survival Sealab. I'm Modi Apparatus. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at a bit of the mariculture mod again. This time we're going to be looking at gathering some oysters. And also we're going to work on our arboretum that we created last episode and finally getting some grass down there using a silk touch enchantment. So let's get going. Alright, so last episode you saw that we made this nice arboretum down here, this nice greenhouse that we'll be, putting stuff into eventually here. But before we do that, we need to lay some grass down. And then secondly, we have to get rid of all the slimes. You can't see it at the moment, but there's a bit of a slime problem down here. We built this inside of a slime chunk and slimes keep spawning and coming through the doorway. So we need to get that fixed up soon here. But in order to do that, I think we'll need like a magnum torch to stop mobs from spawning. And to do that, we actually need to find some melon. And melon is actually kind of a weird thing. It seems like it'd be super easy to find, but it's actually kind of rare. You need to either find it in a dungeon or you need to find it from a villager. And we can't do either too easily down here. So we need to go exploring topside to find that. I'll probably do that off camera though, because it's going to be kind of boring running between the villages, talking to each one, seeing what they can trade with us. So we'll see. It's kind of hit or miss, but we'll have to get that eventually here. And then we can get a magnum torch down here, stop all the slimes from spawning. But for now, we'll just have to deal with it. They're not too tough. They're just kind of annoying. Anyways, we need to get a silk touch enchantment onto a shovel so we can get some grass down in here. So let's take a look at what that's going to be. There's the materials and new book here. Yes. All right, cool. I think I have everything I need. I have 40 string and gold nuggets. And to make the silk touch enchantment, you need a silky jewel, which is silk surrounding an emerald. And silk is 8 of these string and 1 gold nugget in the middle. So we need 4 of those, so we need 32, 8 times 4, it's 32, right? Yeah, 32 plus the 4 gold nuggets, which is exactly what I grabbed here. I grabbed 8 gold nuggets. We only need 4, and then we need to go around it like this, and that should be plenty. And then we need an emerald, which I forgot to grab, so let's grab that. And we should have a silk touch enchantment on our wonderful little shovel we have here. So this is I made up this little shovel here. It is a manulum rod with a cobalt head. I actually went back to the nether. I found a ton of cobalt, a little bit of ardite, so we're really set for that for right now. And I'm finding more as I go back and back and back. All right, so let's add this enchantment out of here, and this should give us what we want. Okay, so we have silk touch. Got silk touch 1 on there, and now we need to go topside and find some grass. So let's get out of here. And where should we head? Okay, so there's a spot not too far from here I think we can go. You'll notice I have a little bit more speed when I'm swimming around here. I added a module onto my, I believe it was on the pants, that the swim boost. Yes, I added the swim boost onto my pants, and I should also mention I have a nice new colorful armor here. I went into the panel here and made it all nice and pretty for myself. So it looks pretty cool. So we can head this way, I think. Let's see. There is, there's an island over this way, or otherwise we can head back home. It's about a horse apiece. Let's get some grass from back home, I guess. That's going to make the most sense. So it's not too fast. I kind of got rid of the old speedboat now, because first of all, I lost it. I'm going the wrong direction now. First of all, I lost it, and I haven't made another one yet, and I keep making them, and then I accidentally leave them places and then forget about them. This is almost as fast now, though, and once we get flight, we'll be even faster, so hopefully that'll be very soon. But we need a few more things before we can get that, I think. Actually, I don't know if we need anything else at the moment. We just need to do it, I think. So while we're heading back to the house, over the land over there, I wanted to mention, I want to do some things today with these oysters from mariculture. And these guys are interesting, because you can make them give you pearls if you give them a piece of sand. So, like, you'll go out to one of these guys right here, and you'll notice he'll be empty. But let's just give him a piece of sand. And let's pop that in his mouth here, and then after a little while, he will give us a pearl from that. So, what we want to do is actually collect a bunch of these oysters. And I'm going to grab some, as we go back to the house here, I'm going to grab them. So we have 2 oysters right now, and I'm gonna head back to the house and grab them as we see them. But we'll get a bunch of these things and have them outside our house, and then we can have pearls, and those pearls can be used for all kinds of stuff in this mod. So we'll set up a little bit of an oyster farm. Oh, here's another one. And then we'll have pearls at the ready when we need them. It'll be pretty cool. Alright, so on my swim back to the house here, I just stopped and grabbed every oyster I saw, and I managed to grab 10 of them. So that tells you how common these things are. But we'll get them right outside our house and fill them with sand, and they should be able to generate pearls for us all the time. I don't know if there's a way to automate this process or not. That's something I'm going to look into in the future here. But yeah, that's going to be what we're going to do for now. Now, I should be able to grab this grass with this Silk Touch enchantment. I did. Awesome. So we can get some grass blocks down there. We'll grab, I don't know, what, 10 maybe? Should be okay with 10 just to get started. We don't need a lot. All right, so we got a bunch here. Got 20 grass blocks. I said 10, but that's more than, this will be more than enough. So let's head back to the house here, the Sealab, and then we will begin planting these things down and see them grow some grass. All right, so we made it back to the house here. Let's lay these grass blocks down and then let them do their thing here. Oh, we got slime infestation once again here. I think it's best to start in the middle of the room though, and then it'll work its way out to the outside, the outsides here then. So let's just lay down like a 9x9 or 3x3 here. Let's just lay down a 3x3 here, and now this will spread. It's already spreading, as you can see. So I'm gonna do one more spot around here someplace. Let's put one over here with another 3x3. And then we'll have grass growing in no time. One more right over here with the 5. Stay away from me, you. I'm in the middle of something. All right, there we go. Oh, stop it. Would you stop it, please? You guys are so annoying. They can't actually hurt me because of the power armor, but they can be very annoying. And at the same time, kill my frame rate. So stay away from me. All of you, stay away from me. And then this is how we end up with 150 slime balls. So fantastic. Just what I wanted. Can't do anything with these things that's worthwhile. They're just kind of a nuisance, just like the slimes themselves. So let's let this spread for a bit, and then we'll come back once it's all grown. All right, so while that stuff is growing in there, the grass is spreading, we'll let that do its thing for a bit. I want to set up an oyster farm, a farm of a different kind. I'm gonna set it up right outside here. It's gonna be pretty cool. All we need to do is plop these things down, I think. I gathered 12 of them, so we should be in good shape. We'll just plop them down like this, and do another row like this. And then we can put sand in each of them. Oh. Put a little piece of sand in each of them there. And this should produce pearls for us after a little while. So we'll let them do their thing here as well. And we'll come back to it and check on them in a little bit here. So now let's start laying down some crops in our new area here. And there's one other thing someone suggested that sounds pretty interesting to me. And it's called the Lily of Fertility. Let's take a look here quick. One of the viewers suggested this, and it sounds like a pretty cool thing. A lily pad of fertility. It requires, it's a Xeno's reliquary item. Requires a lily pad, which I do believe I brought one down, did I not? Oh, we might have to run back up to the house quick. I think I have some up at the old cherry home. I might have to go back up there and get that, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So what it requires is a splash fertilizer serum, which is white dye, and a splash serum, which is just bone meal actually. So this will be like 3 bone meal, and so we'll need 2, 4, 6, 8. We have plenty of bone meal for this though. And then we also need a lily pad, which will be a trip up to the house. And we need condensed splash serums. So we need vials of ordinary water. The vials of ordinary water are empty vials, which are just glass panes. So we can actually make all of this stuff here. So we'll need, what do we need? We need glass panes. So we'll have to make some of those. Let's just make 2 stacks of those, or two things of those, because we don't need a ton, I don't think. We need 8 total. So this is 5, 10. That should be fine. I don't know how much I'm going to do with Xeno's reliquary after this, so let's just make what we need and have just a few left over. Now, can we just click these to fill them? Hopefully we can. Let's just take a look out here and see if we can do it. Let's go a little bit away from the house. Oh yeah, we can fill them with water, and they stack, which is amazing. So now that they're filled with water, we turn them into splash potions. Let's see here quick. We need glowstone, nether wart, and gunpowder, which we have all of that, I'm sure, in spades. So we'll need a bunch of gunpowder, a bunch of glowstone, and a bunch of nether wart, which I have plenty of now. And so we'll make this, we'll make this, we'll make this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't need to waste any more than I need to. We'll just make the 8 then. And then we need fertilizer for this. So we'll need some bone meal. We'll make some of these into bone meal. Let's just turn, like, I don't know, all of it into bone meal. Not all of it. Let's just do some of it. And we'll do this, and boom, there we go. We got 8 of those things. Now we just need a lily pad. So I'm gonna run up to the old house here quick, grab another boat, and I think I have to make one though, because I think I lost my old one. So we'll make a new boat. Not a big deal. Oh gosh, clicking stuff I don't need to click here. Okay, so we'll make another boat here quick, and I'll head up to the old house, grab a lily pad, and then we'll be making the lily pad of fertility right now. All right, so I'm back from our expedition. I grabbed a bucket of water for myself so we can make a nice little pool to put this thing in. I grabbed 8 lily pads from the house here. So let's drop these things off. Let's grab everything we want to plant here. Let's plant all this stuff actually. We'll plant some standbys like carrots and corn and wheat, but we'll also plant these new magical crops there too to see how those grow. We'll grab cotton, so we don't have to worry about string anymore. That'd be great. Barley, I don't know if we need barley necessarily. Anything else we want to plant right now? I think that should be a pretty good start. If we plant all this stuff, we'll be in good shape. And I grabbed an Invar hoe. I made an Invar hoe for ourselves, because if you're gonna do it, why not make an Invar? Anyways, let's head back over here and see how our grass is coming along. Quite well, not too bad at all. Still got a slime infestation, but that's not unexpected. Let's get rid of these guys. Okay, so this half of the field is gonna be plants, and this back half of the field is gonna be trees, I think. Once we get like harvesters and that kind of thing from MFR set up, we'll be in good shape. I need a lot of power in order to do that though. So before we do that, I think I'm gonna plant these first, and then we'll have to make our power building next episode probably. So let's move these bushes out of the way. We'll replant them someplace else later. They were growing pretty well though. Okay, so let's till some ground here and then make some plants. So we'll want to put the water right here because these have a maximum range of 8, and that will have a one. I don't know if the lily pad is that way, but the water will fertilize up to 8 away, so that'll be fine. Let's do this like this. All right, we'll just put lights around the outside of it for now to keep it well lit. We'll have a better system set up for lighting here in the future. And now that it's set to go, let's lay down some of our crops here. First of all, let's make our lily pad of fertility here. Let's put this in the center, surrounded by these, and we got it. Lily pad of fertility. And we'll put this in the center spot here, I think, right on top of the water, and then let's put the crops on the outside. So what do we have here first? We have cucumber seeds. Sounds good to me. Let's plant those down right in the middle here. And we'll plant down some strawberry seeds, corn. We have grape seeds. We'll want those for sure. We'll have some nice wine, some nice vintage on our undersea farms. That'll be amazing. And let's plant down these cotton seeds because those are good for string. Let's plant down some regular Minecraft seeds for some wheat. And we'll plant down some... What else do we have? Oh, we got potatoes and carrots. Plant up potatoes and carrots then too. Can't have too many potatoes, can't have too many carrots. Actually, can't have too many carrots. It's not too useful. So maybe we won't do carrots in the future as a staple of our crop here, but maybe we'll just do mostly potatoes. That might be a better fit for us. Let's plant down the rest of these wheat seeds just so we fill up the area. And now we're ready for the lily pad of fertility to go right here and work its magic. So let's see. Green things popping off there. I guess it's working. How can we tell? Is anything growing faster than normally would? Oh, I don't know. Did this just pop up a little bit? I think it did. So that is going a bit faster than normally would right now. We'll let it do its thing here. I don't know how big this range is. Oh, it's going fast. This is pretty incredible. So if we did a few of these things, it'd probably go even faster, I imagine. I don't know how big the range is. Maybe we'll be able to tell how big the range is just based on when everything goes here. If we see some spots that aren't getting grown very fast. It looks like it's helping quite a bit though. All right, so let's let that stuff grow for a little bit, and then we'll come back and check on it. In the meantime, I'm gonna work on some things for the back half of the building for trees. So let's get going on that. All right, so it's been a couple minutes. Let's take a look at our stuff here. You'll notice I had to replant some of it here because the slimes keep hopping all over it and knocking the crops and the tilled dirt away. So it's all falling apart sometimes. We'll have to figure out a better system for dealing with these slimes here in the near future. For now, it'll do just fine though. Now that this is all grown though, I want to concentrate on making a tree farm on the other side of the building here. And to do this, I'm going to want a sustainable farm, and I'm going to use MFR, harvesters and planters, and I'm going to try to make a sustainable farm that will produce both charcoal and wood for us. So I'm going to get started building that, and I'll be right back with you. So I got my MFR farm set up here. I went with the harvester hitting this. I have an iron upgrade in it, so it's a 7x7 radius that it's currently working on. I also put the iron upgrade in the planter here so that it's getting all of this area. I could go bigger on this. I could go like a 9x9, but I thought right now, just for starting out, proof of concept, this is a good way to do it. I put a lily pad of fertility here. I think that should help these other things grow as well as it did with the plants over there. That seemed to work pretty well, but we'll see. I also made this watering can to help speed things along a little bit for when I'm over here. I could go with a fertilizer, but that will require actual fertilizer put into the system, and that's not a sustainable resource because I have to go out and mine apatite and create the fertilizer, and so it's not necessarily it's not necessarily sustainable. I didn't want to go with that. So basically what's going on here, just to explain a little bit, this harvester is pumping out wood and it's pumping out saplings. The saplings are taken by this pipe here, and it's set up to filter them over to this, and it's getting, the planter is underneath here getting all of the saplings that get put in here. It's immediately popping them out on the surface, and over time, as soon as we have like a whole 7x7 full of saplings, it'll probably grow pretty much all the time. I don't need it to be super sustainable. I just need wood regularly, and I want to get wood when I need to. So what's going to happen here is it's taking this wood out of here, out of this side, pulling it into these redstone furnaces. These redstone furnaces are going to cook the wood into charcoal, which is going to come back out through these pipes here and go into the steam dynamos here. So as you can see, the steam dynamo is running off of charcoal produced by this harvester here. Let's put down another tree here so it keeps going. Come on, there we go. And so then all of the excess wood is going to be brought over into this once these redstone furnaces start filling up, which might happen eventually. All of the excess wood will go into this better barrel right here from Jabba, and it will fill up with wood, and I'll have wood here sustainably. And then also any excess charcoal that gets produced, if we ever get to that point, will get put in this better barrel here. Now, I probably don't need 3 of everything here. I probably could get by with just 1 and then have access. I mean, I think the 80 RF is probably going to be enough to provide work for this. It has 1600 buffer of RF energy on there, so maybe not. I don't know how much energy it takes when it harvests. So that's pretty much it. All the excess power is getting thrown into this leadstone energy cell, which is already actually full. So it tells you how much power I'm generating with just this one steam dynamo. Might be more than enough just to have one steam dynamo here instead of all 3, make the system just a little bit smaller even. I'll balance this as I need to. I just want to make sure I have enough room for everything for the foreseeable future for right now. Anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for joining me on my undersea adventures here. I'll be back for more Survival Sealab next time, and this auto farm is going to go very well. I'll probably set up another one over here on this end with some vegetables, and I'll probably actually be able to take the excess power from over here and then pump it over to here and use it on this farm as well. So I hopefully have that going by next episode. I'll see you back next episode for more Survival Sealab. Have a good night.